Still talking about me being an introvert. Let's break down some of the letters, what they mean, the INTJ. So first on the list is introverted. INTJs gain energy from solitude and prefer deeper, meaningful interactions over small talk. So anybody who knows me would know why I sound the way that I do. That's why I don't do small talks. I talk deep things. I actually have a poetry page that is called Rhyme Histories, Rhymes and Mysteries. My poems don't even sound normal. I can show you some of it. They don't sound normal. But some people still think that I am an extrovert. No offense. I'm not saying that extroverts are not creatives. I'm just saying that it takes somebody who is in tune with innermost being to be creative. So I prefer deep, meaningful interactions over small talk. Anybody who knows me knows that. Then the next on the list, I'm intuitive. Yes, I focus on abstract patterns, long-term possibilities, and strategic vision rather than concrete facts or details. That's why I don't trust facts. So facts, so details. This is what they've said. I don't trust anything that is documented as facts. I have to do a verification for myself. And I use patterns. Like an example would be sometime last year when I made a series of videos about Equiano, Olaido Equiano, how he is somebody who is part of the slave narrative of the Black American culture and history. Talked about how he was kidnapped from the Igbo village in Benin Kingdom, which didn't make sense. I talked about it, and next thing I'm going back and forth with intellectual Benin people who are trying to say that they were not invaded. I'm like, listen, there's soft invasion in case you didn't know. And they didn't like it because, again, I think deeply. I go deeper than some people would. So they didn't get it. And of course, I didn't expect them to get it. But then after that, I got thinking. But I was able to figure that out because it's the same thing that happened to Ethiopians. Ethiopians that think that they have Christianity. Frumentius, the king, their king, King Asana, was converted to Christianity through Frumentius, the Roman. He was a slave that became Christian and converted the king to Christianity. Then the king now became Christian and made the subjects become Christians too. That's how Christianity started in Ethiopia. I don't even know which other story there is to believe. So thinking, decisions are made based on logic, reason, and objective analysis. That is why you have analysis on my page. I'm a solutionist. Solutionist are designers, creators, analysts, and often prioritizing fixing a problem over providing emotional comfort. If I've ever provided soccer comfort to you, you're lucky. Maybe that came from somewhere else. Because I would use logic first. I mean, I've been learning over the years to have empathy, which is to, of course, I have empathy, but to know when not to advise. I would say something like, do you want me to respond, or do you want me to just listen? So I do that. So sometimes I just listen. For example, yesterday when some Africans, like Nigerians and one Mauritanian, was around my neighborhood, I was walking around with Hamza. We were shopping and we found them. If only they knew we were trying to avoid people, but we just still walked in and trying everything we could. But I gave them an option. Do you guys want me to show you how to go, or you want to ask a friend? And then they said, let them ask their friend. And we walked around for like 20 minutes first before I was like, are you sure you guys don't need help? Anyways, that's because I've learned not to try to solve problems for people. Now, if you want me to solve a problem, let me know. But then judging, we prefer organization, structure, and predictability. I don't think so, because I hate structure. And I like structure that is based on humanity and equity, not on oppression. I think that's the difference here. Often developing plans and strategies to achieve their goals. Yep, that's me. It's basically me. Key characteristics: strategic and visionary. Yeah, well, I think long-term, aiming for far-reaching goals and seeing life as a complex system to be understood and optimized. Which is why I keep talking about systems thinking, talking about why we need to educate ourselves as Nigerians and break free from the tribal thinking and ethnic bigotry, zonal bigotry, religious bigotry, to understand that the main problem is the entity Nigeria, and to educate ourselves so that in the long run we are free. That's why I think long-term. Analytical and logical. Well, I can even talk about this more. It's even my learning style. We're highly analytical, question authority, and excel at identifying root causes and innovative solutions to problems. Why not? We spend time with ourselves. Independent and ambitious. They are self-sufficient, value their independence, and possess a strong drive to achieve their goals. At 43, I went to grad school to create an app. Does that make sense? To solve a problem with diversity that AI is already messing up. Like something I saw in human beings that I began to see in AI. I decided to go to school to solve that problem. How INTJ can that be? Strong drive to achieve their goals. Innovators. They are driven to innovate, refine systems. Oh, wow. For more efficient ways to do things. That's just who I've always been. I don't know how else to say this. Potential challenges. Emotional expression. Their preference for logic can make them seem less emotionally expressive, focusing on solutions rather than feelings. Which is why, to curb this, I intentionally ask people, do you want my response or you just want me to listen? Especially when people are complaining about their lives. Something I've been doing for a while now. I try not to advise people unless they ask me for advice, or unless they come to me with, when people think they're asking you a question but they are suggesting what they want you to say to them, then I can respond. So I focus more on solutions rather than feelings. It's not like I don't have feelings, because I have empathy. I'm able to understand and share the feelings and realities of other people. Actually, I am able to do that. Inflexibility. Their love for structure can sometimes lead to inflexibility when faced with sudden changes or disorganization. Okay, see what that is now. So if I already have an agreement with you that we're going to meet at 10 to do something, and you're supposed to show up at 10, and at 9:30 something, you say, oh, let's make it 11, then I'm going to be late because my brain has been scrambled. I already made plans. So I know it's happened to a lot of people in my life where they said something, and when they changed it, okay, recently I was supposed to go to church with the family here. They told me the time and then changed it. Of course, my brain scrambled because I've already planned. So when I hear things, I plan, I structure my life mentally, even before I put it on the calendar. I already know when I'm going to wake up to do it and when I'm going to do stuff. So if it changes midway, yeah, I will disappoint you. I will disappoint you. I believe people should respect time, and if you make a plan and stick to the freaking plan. God damn it. Difficulty with social norms. They may find social conventions or routine tasks frustrating and can struggle with workplace politics. That's me. So you see that the organization and structure in inflexibility is not the same as the structure in social norms, because we don't like routines. We don't like those kinds of structures. We would rather be on our own. I don't like politics. So I know myself, yeah? One of the reasons I started this series is because of my interview yesterday with a fellow student, and I asked him if he knew his learning style, and he didn't know his learning style. I'm like, oh wow, you should know your learning style. So I know my MBTI. Now I'm going to share other things about me. Go and find out who you are. It will be very helpful for you.